Hello Star Trek fans, welcome back to the channel and another Star Trek Fleet Commander video. So firstly, I got a few new toys for Christmas, so I've got myself a decent webcam and a decent microphone, so if my voice sounds slightly different, it's because I'm still tweaking the settings to find how I like them. Anyway, onto the subject at hand, Swarm Dailies and Swarm Sundays. So Commander Noan Chal did an excellent video this morning on this topic, and he covered how to complete them if you have got a maxed tier 9 Franklin, some of the very best officers in the game, and a billion XP from Scopely, well, a billion ship XP from Scopely, should I say. But what happens if you don't have all of those things? What happens if your ships are woefully unprepared for the new level of swarms you're facing? What happens if you're poor? How do you complete them? Can you complete them? Should you just give up and do what I've seen over and over? And people say, I can't do swarms, they're too hard. Or is there another way? Well, first thing you've got to do is do a little reality check. It may be possible that at your level, with the level ships that you have, it simply is impossible, in which case you might want to stop watching the video now. But if you have been leveling up your ships and officers as best you can in line with the level that you're at, there's still a very good chance that you can complete these tasks. Now, first thing to accept is that it's going to cost you a bit of resource to do it. Now, generally speaking, the resource you gain from it will be greater than the resource you lose, but it might not seem that way at first. So the rewards at level 28 are 600k, 1.2 million, 1.6 million, come on, 1.8 million, plus a lot of uncommon, a couple of rares and some officer shards. Now unfortunately, because I didn't plan on making this video, I have completed my swarm dailies yesterday, so I killed 10 level 30 swarms, and we'll go into how just a minute. But what I haven't done is I haven't completed my swarm dailies, so I have to kill 10 level 30s in order to complete this particular section, which is worth 50 points, which counts massively towards my daily count, and I really want that loyalty token. So finally, onto the ships I'm going to use to pull off this this feat. Firstly, you want your Vaclus or the very best explorer that you have. Now, as you can see, mine's tier 7, and I've only got the shields upgraded, although the level is upgraded. And I've got the morale crew, so Kirk, Spock and Uhura. They're all really quite low level, so they're not maxed in any way, shape or form. Now we want 2 sacrificial ships, although not so sacrificial that they're useless, but we are going to be throwing them. So this is too expensive to sacrifice over and over, so we're going to pull that, and we're going to use our Franklin. Now my Franklin itself is really low level, but I'm going to put a hostile hunting crew on. So I'm going to have Cadet Uhura for her damage mitigation. They're going to have Moreau because, again, damage mitigation. You may not have her, but she is fairly easy to unlock. I think her first unlock is only 40 shards, so if you're at or around level 28, it's a very good chance you've got her. And what I'm looking for here is I'm going to have a crack at DCS, although I think I might swap him out later. This is just experimenting. Come on, where are you? There you are, big fella. You hop on there. Now on our North Star, we're going to put in, just fill it up, fill the bottom shelf up to up them stats, and that will do. Nope. Oh yeah, I took Yuki off, didn't I? Because her secondary is no good for what we're doing. So Talan, where are you? There you are. Perfect. So mitigate some of that damage from them swarms. And then you're out doing your mining thing. There you go. So there's our ship setup. So we've got our Vaclus, which is going to do most of the killing, and our 2 sacrificial ships. There you go. So as you can see, my Franklin is tier 5. It's got 1 phaser upgraded, the shield's upgraded, but all of the rest I don't have enough to upgrade it with yet. So here we go. We're going to set sail for level 30 swarm space. We'll see you in a minute. Now jump forward in time, but look here. This is a perfect situation. Look at where we're going, and this guy is going to take on this swarm, and boom, he's failed. And look at that. That swarm has got barely any health left, and that is effectively a free kill for us. Now, under normal circumstances, my Vaclus can take down 2 level 30s before it goes pop. Sometimes it can get 3 if we get some lucky criticals, but generally speaking it's 2. But that swarm there is a free kill. So whilst you're waiting for your ships to arrive, depending on where you are, just have a look what other people are doing, because sometimes they might offer you a little present. So here we go. Just sent my ship in to do the business. Let's have a look at my whole health before and after. And there you have it, look at that. My Vaclus has barely taken any damage, and we've already got 1 kill on the board, as where normally my Vaclus can only kill 2 or 3 at a push if I'm lucky. So firstly, I'm going to sacrifice this North Star. I know it's going to lose, there's no question about that, but what I'm going to do is take it down so low that my Vaclus can basically hoover up the rest of it. So there you go, as expected, gone. Vaclus comes in, finishes it up, and I think you can see where the rest of this video is going. There you go. So we've just killed 2, and you'll never guess what's going to happen to this Franklin. We're just going to throw it at this swarm here and mop up what's left. Boom, he goes pop. We check his health, a little bit higher than I like. That must have got some nasty criticals, the enemies did at least, but nonetheless. Boom, hostile goes pop, and we are 2/3 of the way to completing our swarm daily. So I'm going to use a few speed ups here to get this North Star done. Fantastic. And then this one, look, I mean, look at this, 15k tritanium and 2000 dilithium to repair that Franklin. It's nothing. You can make that in this game really easy. So now we are just gonna recall both of these ships back to the system and rinse and repeat. So let's cut the video and I'll chuck it in there. So North Star is the first one to arrive back. We're going to throw that at this level 30 here. Is going to die. This is a really long battle. This is a really long battle. Oh, please don't crash. I can't be asked to start this recording again. Please don't crash. Thank God for that. Okay, look at that server lag there. So it jumps over here, and we're going to mop up the leftovers in this Vaclus. And pop goes the weasel. Franklin, boom, get in. And as expected, our Franklin is destroyed. Now Vaclus is going to mop up the leftovers. And all we've spent so far is about 50,000 tritanium and 4,000 dilithium in repairs. Now what's this level 25 doing? Is he going to try and kill any of the swarms? Because there's no way he's going to do any damage to them. In that Kumari, it'll eat them for breakfast. Might as well set that repairing whilst we're at it and send it back. Same again with this one. Speed that up a little. No, that 25 is not doing anything. He's just having a look. How the other half live. Okay, so we'll cut the video and we will arrive back soon. Now, although I said I was going to cut the video and arrive back soon, I completely forgot that I actually changed out the loadout, so I might as well show you. It didn't really make that much difference, but I decided to put Talan on the Franklin. So we're basically going full damage mitigation against them swarms to see if it makes any difference whatsoever. If I can find her, there you go. So confirm those changes. And then on the North Star, rather than making it a hull tank, I went for the Nero burning crew. So because these damage are long and drawn out, as RevJuice, No One Challenge, just about every content creator in the world pointed out, the damage over time is great for a burning crew. So we've got Arix for the plasma backlash, we've got Nero for the burning opportunity, and we're just looking to fill up the rest of the spots here. Javid I thought about, but then decided that your secondary is only if it's on a battleship, so you were no good. Vela, sturdy companion, you can increase the health of all the officers by 12%, so we'll chuck you on, and then we'll just fill the bottom up with innocuous officers, just because I can't be asked to troll through them all because it's only a sacrifice ship. So there you go. So I'm going to put those ones back out and we'll return back to the battle. So here we are, all ships back in the system, and we're simply going to rinse and repeat what we did before, but with our new officer loadout. Let's see how much difference that makes. So I've sent in the Franklin, now equipped with Talan instead of DCS. And when we click on this swarm, it has made a tangible difference. So I would recommend the Uhura, Moreau and Talan combination on the Franklin, and we mop up with our Vaclus, which has got barely any health left whatsoever. So I'm just going to suicide it into this now rather than wait for it to travel home, and boom goes our Vaclus, which is our most expensive ship to repair, and it pushes up our repair cost. So now we're on about 100,000 tritanium in order to complete that, and we're going to come back to the system. But not before we notice that little level 30 there, who is slightly injured. So we're 6 in, and now we're just waiting for other ships to arrive back. So here we go, ship B has arrived back. We've been keeping track on this swarm, which is slightly injured, so we're going to throw our burning crew North Star at it. I don't expect it to win, which it doesn't, but it is severely injured, which means that we can polish it off with this Vaclus. And there we have kill number 7. And just gonna again throw this Franklin at him. Again, I don't expect this to win in any way, shape or form. Pop goes to Franklin, hardly any health left. Let's mop up with this Vaclus for kill number 8. Now, in my head, when I was doing this, I was thinking that this Vaclus can now take out 2 swarms by itself. So job done, we're up to 10. So we go kill number 9, but then the game pulls a Scopely, and despite destroying that, says we're still in battle. There we go, we're on 9 kills, still in battle. Now, one possible fix for this is just wait longer. Another possible fix is collect your PvE loot chests. Now, not everyone likes opening them until they get to batches of 50, but sometimes there's no other choice. Just got to open them to get that to, there you go, that's prompted that victory. So we are on 9 kills. There is half a chance this Vaclus could kill number 10 on that much health, but it's not worth the risk of failing, because then you lose a whole Vaclus and you've still got to go back and repair it. So we do what you would expect I would do, repair the Franklin only and set it to come and help us. So by the magic of editing, we skip forward 2 minutes, the Franklin arrives. We pop this final hostile by sacrificing the Franklin, and the Vaclus mops up the leftovers. Hopefully this video has given you a couple of ideas on how you can complete Swarm dailies, and Swarm Sunday especially, if the level of ships you have can't currently come in and just mop up 15, 20, 30 swarms in one go. It's not about doing that. Well, it is about doing that eventually, but for now, if you can't do it that way, this provides another alternative. It's not that expensive, so what's cost us 300k tritanium, which cashing in our biomaterials will make us that back, and if it was Swarm Sunday, would have just netted 1.8 million. Well, technically 1.5 million if you take away the repair costs, and I've just bagged 50 points towards my dailies, meaning I'm almost done and I can compete it with pretty much any of these. These are all easy to do. As usual, if you liked today's video and you think the video deserves it, drop a like, subscribe if you like the type of content I make, and if you have any suggestions about things I could do differently in this type of scenario or videos you'd like to see, pop a comment down below and I'll read it and I'll let you know. But until then, I'll see you out there.